These are the 5 most valuable football players in the world in 2026. And number 1 is worth an incredible 220 million euros. But here's the crazy part. 2 players are tied at the top. One is already one of the greatest goal scorers of his generation. The other is still a teenager. So, according to Transfermarkt, who are the 5 most valuable players in the world right now? Let's count them down from number 5 to number 1. Number 5, Jude Bellingham, age 23, club Real Madrid. Market value, 160 million euros. At number 5, we have Jude Bellingham. At just 23, Bellingham has already established himself as one of the most complete midfielders in world football. And that's exactly why his market value has reached 160 million euros. He's not just a midfielder who can pass the ball. Bellingham can defend, carry the ball forward, create chances, score goals, and take control of the biggest games. His combination of physical power, technical ability, and intelligence makes him incredibly difficult to stop. And perhaps the most impressive part is his mentality. Bellingham doesn't look like a player who's still developing. He plays like someone who expects to be the best player on the pitch. For Real Madrid, that's an incredibly valuable quality. At only 23, he still has years to reach his absolute peak. And if he continues developing at this pace, 160 million euros might not be his limit, but the numbers get even bigger from here. Number 4, Michael Olise, age 24, club Bayern Munich. Market value, 170 million euros. At number 4 is Michael Olise, with a market value of 170 million euros. Olise has become one of the most exciting attacking players in European football, and his biggest weapon? Creativity. He can receive the ball on the right, take on a defender, cut inside, and create something almost out of nothing. His left foot is incredibly dangerous. Whether it's a perfectly placed cross, a through ball, a long-range shot, or a quick combination inside the box, Olise constantly gives defenders problems. But what makes him so valuable isn't just his technique, it's his ability to make the right decision in the final third. He's calm under pressure, intelligent with the ball, and capable of creating chances for himself and his teammates. And at 24 years old, he's entering the stage of his career where his numbers and influence can become even bigger. That's why 170 million euros puts him firmly among the most valuable players on the planet. And now, we're entering the top 3. Number 3, Kylian Mbappé, age 27, club Real Madrid. Market value, 200 million euros. At number 3, Kylian Mbappé. The French superstar is currently valued at an incredible 200 million euros. And when you watch him play, it's easy to understand why. Mbappé combines explosive speed with elite finishing and incredible movement. Give him space behind the defense, it's almost impossible to catch him. Give him one opportunity inside the box, he can turn it into a goal. And force defenders to stay close to him, he can use his pace and dribbling to go straight through them. But Mbappé is much more than just a fast striker. He's developed into a complete attacking player who can score, assist, create chances, and influence games from different positions. And now, at 27, he's right in the middle of his prime. That's what makes his 200 million euro valuation so impressive. He's not a prospect anymore. He's already a superstar, and he's still capable of producing some of the most spectacular moments in football. But somehow, 2 players are worth even more. Number 2, Erling Haaland, age 26, club Manchester City. Market value, 220 million euros. At number 2, Erling Haaland. Haaland is one of the most devastating goal scorers football has ever seen. He's physically dominant, incredibly fast for his size, and absolutely ruthless in front of goal. But his biggest weapon might actually be his movement. Haaland constantly searches for space behind defenders, and the moment that space opens, he's already gone. His finishing is just as impressive. Left foot, right foot, header, one touch, it doesn't matter. If Haaland gets the chance, he can score. And that consistency is incredibly valuable, because at the highest level of football, goals are the most expensive currency of all. At 26, Haaland is already one of the biggest stars in world football, and with his prime years still ahead of him, it's easy to see why Transfermarkt values him at 220 million euros. But there's one player above him, and he's not even 20 yet. And now, the number 1 player on this list. Number 1, Lamine Yamal, age 19, club Barcelona. Market value, 220 million euros. And at number 1, Lamine Yamal, just 19 years old and valued at an unbelievable 220 million euros. That number is almost impossible to comprehend. At an age when most players are still trying to prove themselves, Yamal is already being valued alongside the biggest superstars in the world, and it's not difficult to see why. His dribbling is exceptional, his creativity is elite, his decision-making is far beyond what you'd normally expect from a player his age, and every time he gets the ball, something feels possible. He can take on a defender, cut inside, play a perfect pass, score from outside the box, or create a chance that nobody else saw. But perhaps the most exciting thing about Yamal is that we still haven't seen his final version. He's already one of the best young players in the world, but he's only 19. Imagine what he could become at 23, 25, or 27. That's what makes his 220 million euro market value so fascinating. You're not only paying for the player he is today, you're paying for the possibility of what he could become tomorrow. And that's why, according to Transfermarkt, Lamine Yamal is currently the most valuable player in the world. So, according to Transfermarkt, these are the 5 most valuable football players in the world in 2026. Jude Bellingham, 160 million euros. Michael Olise, 170 million euros. Kylian Mbappé, 200 million euros. Erling Haaland, 220 million euros. And at number 1, Lamine Yamal, 220 million euros. But football doesn't stop here. Market values change, young stars rise, superstars fall, and new names are always waiting for their moment. So here's the real question: who will be the most valuable player in the world in 2027? Yamal, Haaland, Mbappé, or someone we haven't even seen coming yet? Subscribe to Tomorrowdocs for more football stories, rankings, and documentaries.